Russia's economy is shrinking and the Brooklyn Nets may feel the squeeze. Bloomberg News reported this week that billionaire Mikhail Prokhorov wants to sell his 80% stake in the NBA franchise. Other Russian investors in the U.S. are also starting to scale back. Vinita Nair is in New York Central Park with a look at why this is happening. Vinita, good morning.
Good morning. Well, Russia's problems are thousands of miles away, but they're still being felt here in Manhattan, especially when it comes to high-end real estate like what you see behind me. Simply put, fewer Russians are buying it. And now one of the country's richest men could be parting ways with a big investment. As the Brooklyn Nets took to the court last night, the future of their ownership remained unclear. This week, reports surfaced that Russian billionaire Mikhail Prokhorov was thinking of selling his stake in the team, with some suggesting Moscow's troubling economy could be the reason why.
He is one of the top richest men in Russia. That said, he is losing money because of the Russian economy by the day, basically. I think that his net worth is down more than $100 million from last year.
Prokhorov purchased a controlling interest in the Nets 5 years ago. In 2013, he spoke with Charlie Rose.
What's your dream, that you can do this in 5 years, an NBA championship?
Just when I came here, I promised to be champion within 5 years. I have 2 years left. So that's why I think we're on the right way. First, you need to invest some money to develop your franchise.
In a statement, a spokesperson for Prokhorov would only say ownership is always open to listening to offers. That's just good business. There is nothing imminent in terms of a sale of any stake in the team. Still, if the 49-year-old sells, he may not be the only Russian investor looking to back off. What's the price point for these buildings?
These are pricey buildings. You're looking at a minimum $15 and up million an apartment.
Attorney Marlon Khrushchev says many of his uber-rich real estate clients have long used high-end Manhattan properties as investment opportunities. But he says the market is changing as Russia's currency buckles under falling oil prices and U.S. sanctions.
But if New York real estate had been so attractive, what changed at the start of the new year?
I mean, for Russians, what's changed is because of the general economic situation, coupled with the ruble, dropping for Russia, is creating a lot of hard choices for people.
You say people, we really mean millionaires and billionaires.
Well, of course.
With Moscow facing its worst economic downturn in 15 years, Khrushchev says it's unknown how long or to what extent the impact will be felt.
But are there people who are defaulting or pulling out money altogether?
None of my clients have, but I've heard from people about things like that happening. I think you're going to see people pulling out, people who have existing homes and they look to rent them or sell them. I think that is probably quietly already happening, and it's going to happen more.
While Russian buyers may be backing out, the experts that we spoke to said that in cities like New York and Miami, there's always foreign money. And Gail, as you know, there is always someone who is willing to buy.
That is exactly what I heard. I love how he said, when Vinita said, you're talking about millionaires and billionaires. Well, of course. Doesn't apply to most people. Thank you, Vinita.